Welcome to this quick guide on choosing a university and a course by the University of Reading. I'm Peter and I'll be taking you through this presentation. So, just a bit of a presentation overview to start off with. We're going to go over some topics such as why go to university, choosing a course, choosing a university, where to find information, and finally we'll look at applying to university. So why go to university? This might be a question that you're asking yourself, particularly those of you who are undecided about your future and may not have an idea yet of what career path you'd like to go down. The reality is many people go to university for lots of different reasons, and that's absolutely fine. Your reason for getting a degree may be very different to your friends, and you should base your decisions on where you want to study and what you want to study. Where will suit you best and what will enable you to get the most out of your university experience? Having said that, let's have a look at some of the common reasons people decide to study at university. Have a think if any of these do resonate with you. So, why go to university? You're going to need a degree for certain jobs such as a teacher, doctor, nurse, midwife, lawyer, and even some types of engineer. More and more jobs are reserved these days for people who have degrees in certain subjects. You'll also get to study something you'll enjoy for 3 to 4 years and something that you're passionate about. You often tailor your degree to your specific modules and your interests. And then at the end of your degree, you'll often do a research project or a dissertation focusing on one specific area of your choice. You also get better career prospects. I'll talk about this a little bit more on the next slide and the earning potential, but some graduate jobs offer fast-track management opportunities that you can only access with a degree. You may be able to take on more responsibility at an earlier stage in your career if you have a degree. My favourite is transferable skills. Degrees really do help people develop their transferable skills such as teamwork, project management, time management, presentation skills, IT skills, independent working skills, and research ability. You often get great feedback on how to develop these from academics and support staff at university, and many students are also involved in clubs and societies where they will take on leadership roles such as treasurer, club captain, and these will also enhance job applications. As a part of the degree, you'll get to develop your confidence and independence. You get to meet a whole new set of people. Many come from overseas, and you really do get to broaden your horizons. People will have different backgrounds, which helps you learn more about the world. You can join in with clubs and societies and meet new people. It would probably be really hard to move out of home at 18 if you just started a job. But university really does give you that opportunity to live independently while still having support around you. Whether that's living still at home and commuting to university or living on campus with us. Many students do it many different ways. We'll see on the next slide how earning potential increases a university degree. Some graduates, like I've already said, offer fast-track routes to management positions. So let's have a look at that now. On the screen, you'll be able to see this data from the Office for National Statistics research paper published in 2021. It shows that from a young age, graduates on average earn more than individuals who do not hold a degree and continue to earn more throughout their careers. By the end of their working life, graduates earn considerably more and have done over the previous years than others who do not have a degree. This could have big implications on how comfortable somebody might be later in life, especially as living costs rise year upon year. Once you've decided you want to go to university, the next stage is to choose a degree that you want to study. You'll generally be studying for the next 3 to 4 years at least, so it needs to be something that you are committed to and that you'll find enjoyable. So what can you study? I've developed 4 different categories for this. Traditional subjects such as English literature, mathematics and geography. Vocational subjects such as teaching, pharmacy and speech and language therapy. Unusual courses, customer marketing behaviour and meteorology and climate. And then you could do a combined course such as art and psychology, English literature and French, maths, finance and investment banking. There are a huge variety of courses from across different universities in the UK. On screen are an example of some courses offered by the University of Reading. You may want to study a subject that you're already doing at school that you're enjoying, or you may want to try something completely new. Some of you may even have a particular career in mind, and that's absolutely fine. Others may want to do a vocational course and get into a career straight away. There are lots and lots of different examples that you could use, and I would advise having a look on the UCAS website. Move on to options to look out for. When choosing a course, there are a few different factors that are important to consider. Let's go through these one by one. Each course will have certain entry requirements. These are usually based on A-levels or equivalent courses that you study at college. Different universities will ask for different entry requirements for the courses with the same name. It's important that you have a look at what the entry requirements are and you choose courses that reflect the grades that you're realistically hoping to achieve. The content of the course with the same title can differ considerably from university to university. Make sure that you look at the prospectus or the website for each university to see exactly what is covered in each course. Also remember that some subjects can be quite different at university compared to A-level, so make sure you do your research with these. Some courses offer accreditation. These are by various professional bodies or organisations. This means that the body has decided that this course content is sufficient enough to count towards a professional qualification or allow you to register with a professional body. This can benefit you in your career, in some cases, and may be a legal requirement for the profession you join. For instance, at the University of Reading, the psychology degree programmes are accredited by the British Psychological Society. Accredited courses usually have fewer optional modules as the course content is more restricted. And some courses will have lots of contact hours, whilst other courses may be focused more on independent study. Think about what's going to suit you best. Everybody is different. At the University of Reading, all students get a personal tutor who will assist with adapting to university life and be able to support them through their studies. They will be able to provide a reference for students when applying for jobs. And at Reading, we have a dedicated student support team available for any additional support. There's also advisors to speak to for disability support and student finance. The Careers Service at Reading is available for students throughout their degree and runs workshops on different topics to help you with things like building a CV and applying for work experience, internships and graduate jobs. You might think about the facilities on offer. Some courses will rely on fantastically stocked library, whilst others may need top-of-the-range labs or workspaces. If you don't have your own computer, you might want to check the IT facilities at the university. Reading is constantly investing in its buildings and has recently built a new business school, film and theatre facility. We've just had a renovation on our library and have built a brand new health and life sciences building. So we like to invest back into our students. Also, a big one is thinking about how you want to be assessed. Some courses are mainly assessed by written exams, others by coursework, presentations and group work. If you have a preference, it might be worth finding the course that suits your preferred method of being assessed. And finally, opportunities. Your course can be a lot more than just lectures and seminars. For instance, you could do a work placement as a part of your degree. At Reading, every degree comes with the opportunity to do a work placement of up to 1 year as a part of your studies. This could greatly help your employability at the end of your course. Also, some courses allow you to travel and study abroad as part of the course. For instance, if you study languages, you could study at a university overseas. However, other courses offer field trips abroad. There is a wide range of subjects available, like I've already said, but most courses at the University of Reading offer placement opportunities, and our typical offer is from AAA to BBB. Contextualised offers depend on individual circumstances, and I'd suggest looking at the university's website. The University of Reading will offer a 1-grade drop if Reading is your firm choice, or you achieve a grade B in your EPQ for certain courses. Again, please check the website for this. Exploring your options is a big thing for you right now. If you'd like to explore the different courses available at different institutions, UCAS have some fabulous widgets available and that allow you to do this in a variety of ways. You can read subject guidelines for different courses, as well as find out what past students who have studied the same A-levels as you ended up doing at university. You can also use their tariff calculator to work out how many tariff points your qualifications may total to. Go to UCAS to find out more and sign up for an account. Once you've chosen a course, the second most important decision you will need to make is choosing a university. As we'll see on the next slide, the choice is pretty large. There are over 300 higher education institutions in the UK. Obviously, you won't be able to visit them all, and you can only apply to 5 different courses. So first, you need to whittle these down to a smaller selection for you. There are a number of important factors that can help you decide which university is right for you. The type of university. Some universities are city-based, meaning all their buildings are located in the city centre but spread out, so you may have to walk, cycle or get public transport to different parts of the university. Other universities, such as the University of Reading, are campus-based. All of the buildings and facilities are located on one central campus, so it's easy to get from one building to the next. You'll need to decide which you would prefer. Another consideration to make when thinking about a different type of university is the size. The biggest universities may have as many as 50,000 students, while on the smaller side, they can have around about 10,000 students. You can also use league tables to look at the reputation of the university and how they rank in your subject of choice. League tables can be really useful to compare the pros and the cons of various universities, but always take them with a pinch of salt and make up your own mind about the place. Visiting a university open day or speaking to some current students can be particularly helpful with this. The location is also really important. How far away do you want to be from home? How often do you plan to travel home? And how long will the journey take? Also, a big consideration is, how much is that going to cost you? Think about all of these things when you're picking a university. Also, have a think of the kind of environment you want to be in. Do you want to be in a big city, a town, or a more rural area? Do you want to be in easy reach of London or a 10-minute bus ride to the beach? Take some time to think about your personal preferences, where you envisage yourself in the future. Facilities at universities will differ from university to university. What are you looking for? Are you desperate for the most modern ensuite accommodation, or are you more concerned about how many sports pitches they have? Decide on your priorities when you're doing your research to find the universities that most closely match your choice. Here at the University of Reading, this is what a campus looks like. For us, it's about 30 minutes away from London by train. We have the Transform 2026 project, where we've recently refurbished our library. We have nearly 5,000 hall spaces. Lots and lots of different things going on campus, from the film theatre to the museums to the bars and the food eateries. We also have a dedicated building to support our students on campus, and we aim to be the greenest campus by 2030. Some things that I would suggest asking yourself before you make your application to university. Why are you going to university? What would make your university experience happier, and what would make you proud of your uni? Out of all your answers, what matters to you the most? And finally, think about things like student life, careers, support, making an impact, and even sustainability. All universities will do most of these, but check what is highlighted in their priorities. So where can you find information? Prospectuses and subject brochures are really useful to give you information on the university and the courses that you're interested in. I would suggest that you can order these off of the university's websites, or you can get digital copies of these. The university's websites will have lots and lots of information, and so will UCAS. You'll probably attend a UCAS fair. Make sure you do your research before you attend the UCAS fair, as you don't want to walk around with lots of different prospectuses that don't offer the course or the entry requirements that you have. League tables are very useful in helping you make the decision, but always do take these with a pinch of salt. You have league tables such as the Times, Guardian, Unistats, the Student Room, and the Complete University Guide. You may be able to apply to take part as a masterclass or attend a summer school in the subject that you are interested in. Check each university website for this, as these are really useful and interesting things that you can be a part of. Also, social media. You could look at Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and other social medias to see what is available to you. This will give you an idea of what students are saying about the place and how the university portrays itself. It will also be a good way to find out about open days. UniBuddy is an amazing resource that's offered by many different universities. Here's a glimpse of two of our students from the University of Reading. It gives you a great opportunity to chat, ask questions, and also read blogs and view vlogs that students have made about their university. I've already previously mentioned open days, but open days are a really great way to get a look at the university and get a feel for what the university is like. Reading has 4 open days per year. Universities will list their open days on their website, so keeping a check on the universities that you're interested in is really important. An open day is where the university will showcase its department and core services such as accommodation, student support, general facilities, students' union, and you'll be able to take part in talks and go to sample lectures and go on a tour around campus and speak to current students studying your programme. Finally, we're going to move on to the summary. Once you've decided what you want to study and where you want to go, it's time to apply for university. Most students apply in the autumn term of their final year of sixth form or college, so it's best to have researched all of your options before this date. Many courses, all varying in entry requirement, content and accreditation and support, so making sure that you understand the course that you want to study is going to be really important. Universities with different facilities, location, living cost support and opportunities will be available. Make sure you do your research. I would advise using UCAS, going to open days, speaking to students and university websites to find this information. The final thing I'll leave you with today is some useful links. We have the Talk to a Student platform, which is the UniBuddy platform that I spoke about earlier. The UCAS Hub, which is really useful when you're applying to university. It has lots of information to support you. And then finally, you can request a University of Reading prospectus from the link on screen. Thank you again for attending this quick guide. I've been Pete, and I hope you have a really lovely day. Thank you again.